Morning, Jason here, Load Bearing Wall Pros. Welcome to construction class. We're on a project here, so let's go inside and check it out. Wheelbarrow. My man Saeed here, he's cutting this steel beam, and he just measured for it inside, and I'll show you where it's going to go. So we bring these beams out in a lot of times we'll bring out long lengths. When we get on job site, a lot of times what we're going to do varies because we can't see behind the sheetrock. People think that when we use our thermal camera to look behind the scenes, it can see through the walls and we know exactly what's back there. We have a general idea, but the specifics are only revealed to us once we take the sheetrock down. So a lot of times we have to call an audible and make an adjustment. And fortunately, these guys are good at being flexible and getting the job done no matter what's behind the sheetrock. We put down moving blankets to protect the floors. Right here we have a moving blanket that's wrapping the front door. So if something hits this, it's protected. Look right here, it's been hit before. This is not this blanket's first day on the job. Right here we have a camera. We time-lapse video all of our jobs. Camera. I'm gonna open this door and let some of this dust out. Buenos días. Vamos a quitar este colomes. Oh no, okay. Va a dejar. So the beam's gonna sit right here. I know that because he's got his gap cut out. But look, right here, we'll have, before this is done, we'll come back here and there'll be blocking because we want continuous blocking. So our beam in the future will sit right here and then we'll block down to carry that load straight down. And we're going to use this existing column to carry the weight of the beam down to the foundation. Right here you can see some floor to ceiling braces. You might wonder what these braces are for. Well, they're to take the place of these braces. So this brace right here is just kind of hanging out in the wind right now, so is this one. These guys did come down and you can see right here they kind of focus on a central point here, and they were coming down and landing on the wall. And so we had, once we take that wall out, they're no longer useful. So right here you can see we came in with 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth one over there, 4 floor to ceiling braces to keep the roof from caving in. And roof caving in equals bad, hard to get paid on a job where you collapse the roof. We don't have a check mark box on our sheet for collapsed roof on the final paperwork. ¿Tienes bien cruzado ya? Perfecto, baby. So you can see through the dust here. Julian is up here building a little wall, and we're extending the ceiling up. So right here we're building what's known as a pony wall. And a pony wall is a wall on top of another wall. And so he's extending that up because right there that'll be sheetrock where it used to be vaulted ceiling coming down. Now it'll be sheetrock. As we're working in these older houses, we see old construction techniques. Right here we have this metal duct pipe. So this was a nice custom home originally built for someone. You don't see this in tract homes, but this pipe is hard duct, is hard pipe. So it's hard metal pipe and then it's wrapped in this white insulation and then they staple it. It was an old school technique. Also right here we can see the remains of a central vac system. So the central vac system is kind of interesting. It would have a port on the wall when you connect your vacuum hose, and so you'd have a vacuum head, like an old school vacuum head that was on the ground, and then a pipe that came up and connected to a hose. when you attach that hose to the central vac port, it would activate a vacuum pump that's in the garage. The pump would come on, sending suction out to all the ports at the same time. When you twisted the hose, it activated the motor, it closed the circuit. Vacuum comes on, sends suction throughout the whole house, but only the one that is connected to the hose is actually sucking something. So then the debris ends up in the garage, and you go out there and change the filter out as it clogs, but you can empty the bin, the collection bin in the garage. Pretty cool old system, but most of the time we eliminate them now. As we work in these older houses, you can see a lot of times there's been remodels done. We can see right here pretty egregious code errors or code infractions where none of this is in a box. You got junctions that are just made out in the wide open. This is not good, but we encounter it all the time. I don't know if you can see where my tape measure is up here, but this is called a collar tie. And my tape measure is resting on the collar tie, and the collar tie uses the old principle of a triangle. And so the triangle right here, you have a rafter and you have a rafter like this, and we connect the two with a piece of board that's called the collar tie. And that collar tie keeps that roof from doing like this. So when gravity is working on the roof, and it just naturally just wants to come down and push the walls out. When we connect it with that collar tie, we create a triangle up in there, and it keeps those rafters from flattening out. Triangle, mucho strong. That's Spanglish, okay?
You ever talk to the guys in Spanish?
Yeah, occasionally, and sometimes they don't know that I speak Spanish. And this right here is what's known as, that is officially dusty. When we say we create dust, we're serious. It's maybe the thing we do best. This is what's known as a hole in the wall.
Road Baron Wall Pros. We are the pros.
And no cheating, my baby.